Face it, you're human and you love to shop. Unfortunately, like most people, you don't have endless piles of money to support your crazy shopping habits. So, you have no choice but to start being smart about your money. This means planning and thinking about the now and the future and drawing up a budget to help you control and monitor your money. The great thing about a budget is that when you know exactly where your hard-earned rands and cents go, the more clued up you become about your money and the easier it is to gain control over it. Consider your budget as one of the key building blocks to your financial freedom and an essential first step to taking control of your money. Your budget will help you identify and control wasteful spending and will help you save more money. Budgeting will help you pay off your debt as well as empower you to adapt quickly as your financial situation changes. Creating a balanced budget pushes you to achieve your financial goals and build your wealth. This means you no longer have to stress, panic, or wonder if you have the money to pay all your bills. You already know and you're prepared. Before you get down to the nitty-gritty of creating a budget, have a good look at all your bank accounts and any investment accounts you might have. Make a note of the amounts, the interest you're earning, and the cost of running each account. You can use your own worksheet or download a free online budget template when you create your budget. The Mind My Money workbook has a household budget planner you can use, or view the Mind My Money household budget planner video. Now, let's start by creating your budget. First, list your income. Make sure you understand exactly how much your take-home pay is, in other words, the net pay on your salary slip and the amount that goes into your bank account. If you're creating a budget for your family, then add your partner's income as well. Do you have any additional income streams? Perhaps you rent out a room to a tenant, then add it as income. But be sure that your additional income sources are reliable and that you can depend on receiving them each month. Now, add up your expenses. You need to know exactly how much money leaves your pocket every month. And this includes your monthly expenses as well as the money you owe in the form of debt. There are 3 kinds of expenses you'll have to account for. Fixed expenses are the expenses you have to pay every month, like your rent, car payments, school fees, and insurance. Also include your savings as a fixed expense. Variable expenses are expenses you have to pay every month, but the amounts that you spend are not always the same, such as groceries, electricity, your phone bill, and how much you spend on things like entertainment, clothing, and petrol. For your budget, write down the maximum you expect to spend on each of these expenses each month. Irregular expenses are unplanned expenses that come up throughout the year and can include anything from emergency medical expenses to buying gifts or perhaps replacing an appliance that suddenly breaks. You can budget for irregular expenses by adding an emergency fund to your budget. When creating your budget, it's important to set yourself up for success. Don't panic. You need to give yourself time to get financially fit, and taking control of your finances can be a painful process. But Rome wasn't built in a day, so be patient. As you go along, you can trim, tweak, and update your budget to suit your financial situation. You can live with having takeaway once a week rather than every day. Working together also tends to help. Get your family and your partner on board and make things easier by doing it together. Start by budgeting for the entire year and planning for emergencies in between. Life happens. Create an emergency fund so that you're never stuck. The first bill you should pay is towards yourself. Before anything else, you should be saving for your retirement, for your freedom. But don't be scared to reward yourself. So remember that expenses play a big role in how you are able to plan out your budget, and there's some expenses that are hard to predict but must be anticipated. Start by planning your fixed expenses. These are easy to see coming as they don't change from period to period and are due on a regular basis, like your rent or car repayments. Variable expenses can be planned for, but they might also differ from month to month, like groceries or new clothes. Irregular expenses are the ones you need to watch out for and be prepared for, as they can come up at any given moment. Rather feel reassured by planning for unplanned expenses such as medical emergencies or replacing broken appliances.